Hey there, it's Kathy Hurlbert. Let's take a look at how we can use this amazing tool called Pear Deck to monitor and adjust as we're teaching in the moment, and also how to use it for maybe blended learning stations to deliver content to students and have them interact and demonstrate their understanding. So we're going to kind of baby step this into little pieces. So let's go ahead and start by getting our account all squared away. So I'm going to navigate to peardeck.com. Once I get to Pear Deck, I'm going to go ahead and do teacher login. You have a fully paid subscription with Pear Deck through Northeast, and this is going to continue through the 21-22 school year as well. So I'm going to go ahead and log in with Google. I know that I'm on the paid account because then when I come into my Pear Deck account, once I've signed in, you'll see I have a little golden crown on my head. So that tells me I'm on a paid subscription and I've got all the great stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we need to do. So we've got just some, it saves any Pear Decks that you've run before. There's some exploration you can do down at the bottom. What we want to look at today is what's available here. So I'm going to go ahead and click my little down arrow. And I want to go to my account. So when I click my account, I want to go ahead and go to the settings and address some settings first. So you can choose to leave the classroom climate on or not, on or off. You can actually change the different types of classroom climate. So if I enable that, I can, this is where you're going to see, students will see smiley face or different faces, and they'll move their dot to share how they're feeling. So I'd like to embed other SEL components in my lesson. So I generally turn that one off, and we'll take a look at how that works. There's a new beta feature of immersive readers. So that would, especially students that are struggling with reading, that should provide them with an opportunity to have the slides read aloud, which is kind of neat. We want to go ahead and turn on the Google Classroom integration because that will allow us to push out notifications and takeaways to our students in Google Classroom. And then at the bottom, you can choose to select require student logins. If you're working strictly with younger kids, you can turn that off. But if you are having some people join through with their Google credentials, you definitely want to have that on. So once you've got your settings in place, you should be good to go. So I'm going to hop over now to a slide deck. So this actually was a PowerPoint that I found on the IPG. What I did is I uploaded it to Drive, and then once it lived in Drive, I went to File, and then there was an option here to save as Google Slides. So I actually converted it to a Google slide. So I've got this lesson. It's a little bit dry. It's really just a delivery of content. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add content to it. So to do this, the first thing we want to do is make sure we have the Pear Deck add-on. You can see mine sitting here. If you don't see that, come to add-ons. You should see it in your list, but if for some reason you don't see it, you can go to Get Add-ons, and that's going to take you to the add-on web store, and you can search for Pear Deck once that opens up. So I can just do Pear. I see it right there, and then go ahead and install it if you don't have it. All right, once I've got that add-on installed, I'm going to click add-ons again and open up the Pear Deck add-on, and you're going to see it open on the right. This is how we're going to add the interactivity to the lesson. So in the next couple videos, we'll dive in on what that looks like.